Hello everyone, I've just popped into Speke test centre. There's no one here, they're all out on test, so I don't recommend you coming here while they're on the test. And I'm just going to do a talk through on another route because I've had a few comments, people asking me, oh, can you do a talk through? Because generally the videos are in silence. When they're in silent mode, that's because they're probably on a real driving test. So obviously I'm just here now, just going to go over the route that one of my pupils, which unfortunately wasn't successful. I'll actually show you where they make the mistake, but what you learn from this is where the route goes. Anyway, so before they come back in, I want to get out of here because it's quiet before the tests come back. So you do not want to come in here while they're on, because it could spoil somebody's test. You know, they might panic, you might make a mistake. So middle mirror, right mirror, indicate right. Up both ways like a tennis match, remember? These are horrible bumps here. You can see the speed limit is 5 miles an hour, so it is pretty slow. So at the end of this road, we're going to go left, and it's middle mirror, left mirror, indicate left. And checking both ways. Two cars coming from the right, two from the left. Just going to wait for them to go past. And only make sure it's safe. You don't want to pull out if you're going to cause a car. So slow down, swerve, stop or swear. Go with the 4 S's. Okay, so take the next road on the right. Middle mirror, right mirror, indicate right. On this one it's up for right. Cars might be different, it might be up for left if the indicator still goes on the opposite side. So what did Jenny do? He's pulled over here. Pull you over somewhere like this car, middle mirror, left mirror. They'll tell you to ignore the driveway and get up to the car about a car, and it's just called moving off at an angle. Remember, they will tell you to ignore the driveway on this occasion. So look all round. I'm going to come up from behind the car, so we'll put a signal on here. Blind spot check with my right shoulder, and I'm moving off. So we're just going to follow this to the right, so I'm going to go a minute in there. It's basically a head right. There's a car coming here, so the 2 car and the van, and I'm just going to pop my indicator on just for a few moments, and then mirror left, indicate left. You want to do that slowly when you're doing that because you might struggle. Now this 20 sign you can see here now, this, when it's in black, it's an advisory sign. So, and it says when the lights are flashing. So in other words, basically when the school is coming out. Any other time would be like classed as a 30 road. So I'm going to take it easy because there is kids about here, so this is an appropriate speed, this, for the circumstances. There's a couple of kids up here, you can see them. You got to be really careful with kids. I know the parents have got older, but they'll pull away from the parents. You got a tight grip, good lad. Yeah, so even though it wasn't flashing, it was appropriate for me to just slow down and say, well, hang on a minute, you might pull away, because if anyone knows that like where the schools are, they'll know, yeah, that it's literally dangerous when there's kids are around. They're excited to get out of school. So we're going to go left here, middle mirror, left mirror, indicate left. Now this is where he got caught out. Unfortunately for him, there was a car. This is an unmarked crossroads, and it was just unlucky that someone actually came out the other side. But you need to slow. He didn't slow down. The other car had to slam. So no one's got a priority here. You've got to check to make sure you can cross. You can't just cross. Basically, there's no markings there. So this fella here with his. Bit strange that one. I think he would have waited. But anyway, no harm done. But I always think that could be your driving test, and think, well, we've done something wrong there. So that's why I always say, why do you just wait till they learn a car to go past? It'd be so nice, wouldn't it? expect the unexpected when you're on a bend like this. Junctions on the left and right. There we go. So there's the speed limit change. It's gone back to 30. Middle mirror, right mirror, indicate right. Remember, check both ways. The tennis match. And they'll just randomly ask you to pull over. You're probably wondering why they ask you to pull over on the left. Well, generally speaking, what they're looking for is to see if you can pull over on the left safely and move away safely. So I'm going to pull over on the left here by the lamppost. There's no one around here at all, so I don't need to signal for anyone. And I've been checking my mirrors. Brake. Now they'll probably pause for a moment or two and then say, okay, then when you're ready, drive on. So now what they're looking for, to see you move off safely. Now there's a guy here coming past with his head down. I hope he doesn't hit the car. He looked up on his bike. He's got his head stuck down somewhere. He doesn't know where he's going there. So you got to make sure you check all around. And when you park by the curb here, they're looking to see your awareness and planning, because basically, like, do I need to give a signal here when I move off? Well, now the cyclist is gone. No, there's no one here. So I'm going to check though. Look all the way around to the left first, and then finish off looking over to the right. You do that, make sure that if you get a reverse, pull over on the right and reverse back. Remember, the blind spot will be on your left. Yeah, on your left then. Okay, so when I get to the end of this road, we are going to do a right, which is now you come to a junction, so middle mirror, right mirror, indicate right. This is where you will have to give a signal. There's nobody here. Dumper truck. At the roundabout, we're going to go left. Middle mirror, left mirror, indicate left. Remember, use the mirrors in twos. And there's no one coming from the right. They put them houses up quick. So hopefully this dumper truck goes in there. It should do. Yeah, it has, yeah. Okay, so the traffic lights, we're going to be going left, middle mirror, left mirror. Remember this, indicate left. And this way, I had an idea he'd probably go before me. Yeah, we had plenty of time. When you come to Garston Village, be careful, because people will just walk out and drive out in front of you. And expect something to happen up here. So I'm just going to slow down here, let the hazard come through. The car's not too bad, the man's a bit bigger. So I'll just go over this bump slowly. There was enough space. It's actually not too bad today. We haven't got out of here yet, but at the moment it seems alright. What a name for a pub, the Dealer's Arms. Check your mirrors, slow down, let this car come through. There's a test on the opposite side, I think it is, yeah. Yeah. They wear a yellow vest now and they have cameras because some idiot decided to punch an examiner. So left at the lights, middle mirror, left mirror, indicate left. Now this is where it gets a bit tricky, because what they're going to ask you to do now is to do a right at the light, so you need to get straight over to the right lane, because this is a one-way system here. So middle mirror, right mirror, indicate right. If you get in that left lane, then I'm advised to indicate left and just go left, because you don't want to be turning right in that left lane, because you are in a one-way street. I know it's only a small one, it's one of these ones that can catch it out. So easily done as well. That's why the videos like this are so helpful, because you're not locally, you're coming from somewhere else. I'll get across before the wagon. He's a big heavy wagon, so he's going to move off slowly. So you don't know this area. Say you're coming from like I don't know, Birmingham or somewhere, or Manchester. Is it really handy to know? I want to show you this right turn down here. This is a bit of a tricky one. I say tricky, it's a challenge. So we're going to be doing it right at the next lights. Middle mirror, right mirror, indicate right. I think everyone's in a hurry again. It's Friday, isn't it? I always call it Mad Friday. People rushing. Stay there, mate. What a result here. I love it. My people come here, right, and got that. That is absolutely unusual. So that was a bit of luck. I always say to my pupils, are you lucky? And they go, yeah, I think so. If you're lucky, you get a junction like that and you just go right through, no problem whatsoever. Now, I'm not sure whether this car's pulling in. You want to turn in here? It is, yeah. That's a good job of stopped there. There we go. Not waiting there for that car. I don't know what the hell that car's doing there. I'm just going to slowly just creep up. That's where you're unlucky. Because whoever that car was in that car there just totally confused the life out of everyone. He switched that indicator off now. I thought he was waiting for that car to come through. You know, you can imagine an inexperienced driver on a driving test, and some idiot like that, just a stunt like that, just pulls over as if he's waiting for the car to come through. Okay, so you get to the end of this road, we're going to be doing it right. Middle mirror, right mirror, indicate right. Let's have a look. It looks quiet. Yeah, we can come out. Remember, you're the defensive driver. Don't compete with these drivers. This one's coming up too fast. So is the other one behind it. It's only supposed to be a 20. School here as well, so. Middle mirror, right mirror. Look over my shoulder. Edge out. I'll get into the next space. There's enough space to get here. See, this is why they pick routes like this, because you're going to get a challenge. And this one looks like a nice. This looks like a better driver than the others by letting me through. These are the ones you want on your driving test. Okay, so we're going to be taking the next road on the left. Middle mirror, left mirror, indicate left. Say thank you, always say thank you. Just nod your head, don't take your hands off the steering wheel when you want to say thanks to someone who's pulled over. And there's another place up here where they generally ask you to pull over as well. I don't know whether we'll be able to do it today because there's a white van there. I might get in after the van. Yeah, so we're going to pull over on the left. Left, because I've got a car right behind me, need to give a signal there. And you've got two pedestrians, one with a pram. And as I say, maybe sit here, they might give it an independent drive. So they might tell you which way to go, it's really 2 or 3 directions. But you can see it's getting a bit busy now. This is Friday afternoon, around about 3 o'clock. So you'll probably be sitting there thinking, what's going on? And any moment, just be ready for it. Just going to say, okay, then when it's safe to do so, drive on. So make sure you get your car ready, whether it's a manual or an automatic. If it's a manual, clutch down, select first, set the gas clutch to the right, and handbrake ready. And if it's an automatic, just put your foot on the brake and stick it in and put it in, press the button and put it in drive. That's it, I can come out now. I need to give a signal and I'm moving up here because it is quite busy. Alright, so we're going to do a right at the roundabout, third exit, middle mirror, right mirror, indicate right. Let's wait here. You've got to give way to them on the right, remember. This is another country to be on the left in Europe. Let's watch where the black guy's going, and he's gone that way. And there's that one going. Just wait. I haven't gone over the line, so I'm okay. Time to go. There we go. I'm checking behind me, and there's no one behind me here, so there's no point going back to the left because I've got to come back to the right. So I'm going to stay here because they've got no one coming up behind me. So I'm not really interfering with anyone. I've got a clown here trying. It's just fellas just come bombing it round up my backside here. I'll take the next road on the left. Done the mirrors, indicated. Go left. Now, this is where you got to be careful. This is a classic one here. You don't want to rush in here because that could happen to you. See if the van, yeah, he's going to give me a bit of peace and quiet. Be careful because you probably focus on the van and you're going to miss some crossroads. So you just check your mirrors, slow down, and make sure you're looking to both sides, see if anyone's coming. You can easily get distracted by the van. You're probably looking at the van thinking, I'll get past the van before you know you're on that crossroad, and it can't be a problem. Anyway, middle, right minute, because we're going to turn right here. Now this is where she failed. See this low curb here? She actually went too far, and it was only low as well, but and then check to your left here because they will come that way. Yeah, she just went over the curb, and unfortunately, the good news was she went back and passed the second time. But so you can see we've already had two crossroads. There's quite a few of them around here. Gas, middle, right minute, indicate right. Okay. That's there's parked cars on the right. You just can't see it because the camera's facing straight, but it really is can't see nothing. So you do a creep and peep. There's a car coming, but I've managed to get out before it's come down here. Okay, so we're going to go left here, middle left mirror. Checking, there's a car coming from the right. It's getting busy. You remember you can go when the two lanes are empty. Down the lane, there's one coming up on the inside there. One of them, if you take a move down one of these, change the mind, go straight on, you're in trouble. They like to this one come bombing at Tula. As I say, it's Friday and you can understand everyone wants to go home. A lot of people work starts early on a Friday. These are all factors that people don't think about when they're driving. So I've waited long enough, and there's more coming. If they all stay in that lane there, which they are, no, this one that you see, good job I didn't go there. Now he was indicating right and then just jumped out on me then. And that's why you have to make sure, if you do get a safe opportunity, take it. Don't hesitate. And this is the new speed limit, now it's going to 40. This is Mather Avenue. I once had a girl fail here many years ago because she was doing 30. But you know, the road was empty and she didn't do 40, so there was no one ahead of it. Got a better view now, so we can get a bit more speed up. this light's been on green now, so just check my mirrors in case it changed, and it did. I'm going to do a right here, by the way, a bit of right mirror, indicate right. I was too busy looking at this guy on his phone here, I don't know whether he's going to go or not. That's what I mean about getting distracted. It's so easy. So this is going like, this is like already marked. You see the arrows? I wish they were all like this, it'd be great. And you wouldn't have any problems. Thought that car was going to stop. So if you look up now, always look up to the new road you're going to go into. It's gone from a 40 to 20, and it's so easy to do this. On here, you're quite likely going to get a hill start. It'll take you a bit further up, where it gets a bit steeper. So I'll probably go up by the blue car somewhere, maybe before it or just after it. But they're going to do the same again. They're going to have to pull over. You generally actually probably pull you over here, because just here, probably this lamppost, it is a hill start. As I say, if your mirror indicate left, it's just someone behind me there who's turned off. That was that signal for. Yeah, so as I say, if it's, you get a hill start and you're in a manual, remember, clutch down, select first, because it just asks you to move off. You won't even know it's a hill start. I hope you do, because you're on a hill. Clutch down, then you go select first, set your gas, push to the right, check all around, get your handbrakes ready. The taxi coming up here. The great thing about this, you know, if you sit here for a while, you'll suss out where you've got to go at the top, because a lot of people fail on this one. Because if you look at the top of the road here, you can see like two like up down side. Some people say they're arrows. I like the way they don't like the chevrons. Now watch what position that taxi's taking up there. Even though he has an indicator, but that's where you're going to be asked to turn right at the top. And look at the position of the taxi, that's telling you, even though they're not indicating, which you have to. Oh, the taxi driver, you know what I mean, he's probably been driving for years. So that's going to be the direction that you're going to get, because you get a really couple of difficult rights on this one. I had people fail here because he actually got in the left lane, and if he's watching this, he'd be laughing. He went back and passed the second time, but we rehearsed it, and he still went on the left. So if you look at the top, it goes into a one-way street. You can actually see it as he goes over the bump. You see like the way the markings are pointing both ways. Yeah, he's doing it correctly now. So I've just sat here just so that you can see how to do it correctly, because when you get up there and you say right, that's what you do. Do not go in the left lane. If you go in the left lane, then you're probably going left. But they generally here, for all the years I've been doing around here, it's generally a right, because they know, like, do they know the road markings? Do they know it goes into a one-way? And there's the speed limit at the top of the road, which is telling you, you know, it's a 20 zone. So he's actually going left there. So I mean, going left wouldn't be a problem. It wouldn't cause any confusion for you. It's the turning right's the problem, because you've got to be in the right lane. Remember, it goes like I showed you before with the traffic lights. It is a one-way system. Anyway, so remember, it's a hill start. Make sure you got your manual, have your feet set, gas, clutch, have your handbrake ready. I will give a signal for this taxi here. He's in front of me. Looked over my right shoulder for him, moved off. And it's the direction is the end of this road, turn right. Middle mirror, right mirror, indicate right. And just put your car towards the right and just wait here. There is a blind spot on the left, you can't see it because of the camera. So creep out, watch out for the guy on the bike. And there's nobody there, so we can go. Remember, it's a 20. Stick to your speed limit. This is, sorry, I should say respond to the speed limit. So you now know it's 20, so I'm just going over 21 then. So if you can fix it, they know you're aware that that speed limit and you should be fine. The most you can do there would be a minor, but if you carried on doing all the way down there, 21, 22, it just depends, you know, if there's any danger around. Yeah, and expect to be pulled over on the left somewhere down on here. You might even get a emergency stop on this road. And when you get to the bottom of it, see what I want to show you down here. This right turn, I've lost count how many people you see getting on the wrong side. Dude, to come down here, if you're into rules and regulations, you're going to look at all these signs and markings, and your head's going to go into a spin. So it's basically you got to do a right here, which means you've got to go into the middle. So I'm going to go middle minute, right minute, indicate right. And I don't know why they've never marked this. It's always been unmarked the middle of this junction. It should be a line in the middle here, because what happens is you'll say right and you'll go over to the right, but you've got to stay left. Remember, stay left. And there's going to be traffic coming down here. And sit back, because they'll cut the corner. See, like that woman there? And I've sat back because I've been here that many days. Another one cut the corner. So hope you learn from this, and this is why these videos are very helpful. And now it's gone to 40. You got a traffic light round the corner here, so I don't know whether this will change before I get there. But we're gonna go left here. Middle mirror, left mirror, indicate left. Yeah, so remember, sit back on that joint. If you go right to the very end, then be careful, because they were coming down that hill pretty quick. You can't see that because of the camera situation. But they're flying down there. They're all braking really hard. Which is actually, I'll do another video and show you that route where they come down that way. Because you end up going too fast and you can't slow the car down. And you'll either overshoot it, or you'll cut the corner, which you don't want. Another check in the middle in case the cyclist comes down on the left. Now the speed limit's changed again to 30, so this is what you're going to keep getting on your test. Change your speed limits. It's a classic. And it's responsive sign. And we're going to go left into this carvery place. Middle mirror, left mirror, indicate left, where the blue car's coming out. Now the last video I did it, what's he doing there? Come on, don't move up there. The last video I did last week was I drove into a bay. So I'm going to reverse into one. Because you can either drive into the bay or reverse into the bay. So I'm going to mirror left, mirror, indicate left. That's actually true. And when you come in these places, just roll around slowly. There's no rush here. So I'm going to do a reverse left. So what I'm going to do is this silver car here, the first white line, I'm going to get it in the middle of the door. So it's this my left door I'm talking about. Now, if I've got this in the middle of the door, it will go, if I put a full lock on when I come back, it will head into the third line and fourth line. So you're going into the third line from the first line. So this is the first one on my left. Okay, and then I'm going to put a full lock. I'm looked all around, by the way, there's no one here. I'm going to put a full lock in, and it doesn't, remember, don't get this perfection in your head. As long as you get in this bay, that's all that matters. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be perfect to pass the driving test. You're allowed 15 minor faults. Okay, so I've roughly, just a rough guess here, I've got it roughly in the middle of the door. Of my passenger door, front door, by the way. And then I'll look all around, and I'm just going to turn the wheel as it slowly comes down, keep control of the car, like that, and look around again, because I still had it in drive, and he took off. And I'm just easing off the brake, and it's going to roll. The good thing about these cars, you've got a camera in, but other people fail for staring at the camera. So you don't stare at anything, you glance, use your mirrors, you can use the camera, but remember, glance at it, don't stare at nothing. So my head is spinning around there, but I'm keeping it really slow. So the secret to this is being the speed. So you can see I'm keeping it really, really slow. Keep behind that car over there, he's pulled up. And let's have a look where we are now. We're getting close to getting in now. I'm just coming in on my side. Now this is more or less straight now, so all I do is take that turn off. and then just come straight back. And you can use the camera. Remember what I say, don't stare at and just keep looking around, move your head around, and when you look around, don't spin your head so that you can't see nothing. You have to just glance. Second, have a look what it is, and glance again. So I'm moving my head from left to right, looking behind me, by the way. Don't forget to look behind you, that's really important. Very important, you look behind you, physically. Some people just use the mirrors. Okay, so that's it, a reverse Bay Park. Last week I did a drive into the bay. And all you're going to be doing now is you're going to be heading back to the test centre. So there's this guy going with his dog. Oh, he's going that way. Hang on. He's getting in the car. I think they've got a puncher over there. Okay, so I'm going to move off. I will put a signal on for them two fellas who are fixing the tyre. There we go. Away we go. So we're going to go back out onto the road. Middle right, in. We're in the car park, but still let people know what you're doing because I can't see anything on the right because of this bush. It's alright, there's a van coming, but it's further down. Middle mirror, right mirror, indicate right. So, gotta be careful here because it's on a bit of a bend. We're on Springwood here. It's more so on the left. They're actually driving from the left as well into here. This is where one of the other pupils had a problem. She turned too early. And it's all clear now. So pedestrian here. She's alright with her dog. So you're just heading back to the test centre, so you go out to a certain point and head back. All the tests are the same. They're roughly between 31 minutes, and don't know where they get 31, 39, so between 30 minutes and 40 minutes. It just depends with the traffic light. If it's heavy, you know, if it's busy, then you're going to be longer, aren't you? You get stuck in a queue or something. Alright, we're going to go left at the lights, mirror, left mirror. I want to give you the tip when we get down here, because so many people, even though I do it with my pupils, I say to them, you know, you must always stay in the left lane, but if you've got local knowledge, you'll probably see down that road, there's like a white van, it's always there for some reason. And like, you're coming down this hill, so the best thing to do now is get over now instead of waiting till you get to the van. I've had the examiner had to grab the wheel because they were staying in the left lane and they just nearly hit the van. So you stay here. That's why this video is really helpful. If you don't watch all of it, then that's your fault. When I do mock tests with my pupils, I get them to look at a video, and they're great for the first 20 minutes, and then the next 20 minutes they haven't got a clue what they go to pieces and they go, what happened there? Well, I got fed up watching it. So you didn't watch it all. You have to watch all of the videos, and not just once. Keep repeating it. Middle mirror, left mirror, indicate left. Let's see if anyone's here. Yeah, there's a car here. The bus is moving off, so I'll just wait for the bus to go. So remember, watch the video through and rewind it if you're not sure, because you'll be surprised how many people have passed that I don't even know, but send me a message saying, thanks Peter, I couldn't find an instructor, just went with my dad and just watched your videos and just passed with 0 faults. I got loads of comments like that. I passed first time, or I passed second time, third time, whatever. But they do help you, and it's like I say to everyone, if you're going somewhere that you don't know, you'll struggle. Even me, when I go on these courses or travel around, and then even though I'm using the sat nav, I'm like, what this roundabout's a bit of a challenge. Like, there's loads of exits on it. Which one do we come off? Which way do we go? Are we on a 20 zone? Is it 20 here? Is it 30? Is it 40? You're looking for speed limit signs. So you just got to make sure that you watch the whole video. So we're going to go left here, okay? I just want to stop for this blue car here. So the schools are out here, so this is where it gets a bit dangerous. There's no 20 sign here saying that other lane has got in that lane too early unless he's turning right. Yeah, here you go. Now I'm glad this is on now. You can see now it's flashing. So when it's flashing, you want to do 20 mile an hour because obviously the schools are coming out. Now the other one wasn't flashing before, but there was kids on the side of the curb, which it was appropriate for me to drop the speed down to 20 and check your minutes for a break. Don't turn too early here. You need to get past this give way line here. That's the one what this lane is doing here. Because we're going to go left at the lights anyway. I'm going to give them plenty of space. Might be a test, I don't know. Seen one before. On this one now I'm going to check to the right and it's clear, I'm going to indicate left. And it's now, the sign isn't here, right, so they'll tell you on this one it's 40. This has now gone to a 40 mile an hour speed limit. Well, I'm not sure whether this blue car's heading the same way as me, so I don't really want to. But they will say to them, they might have a sat nav that's right at the light, so I'm going to move over into the right lane. There's nobody there. I'm glad he's turning left, so I don't think that's a test. Well, the traffic lights we are going to turn right, and it's middle mirror, right mirror, indicate right. I was here last week doing a video, and there was a lane in front of me with his dad, and he never had his indicator on. And I just so happened to meet him in the test centre, and I mentioned it to him, and his dad said, I keep telling him, but he's not listening to me. You know, just because it's a compulsory right, you still have to put a signal on. And you know, a lot of this can be like, this driving test can be just ticking the box. And if you get that type of person who just ticks at the boxes, then I don't know what the result would be from this. Would they fail you? I don't know. I couldn't really tell you. But what I do know is just checking mirrors indicate right. Are you turning right? I know it's a compulsory right. You know, but you've got to consider other road users. It's not just about cars and bikes, motorbikes. It's about people, pedestrians. It's where we are, back into the test centre road, and you have to come into this lane, so don't worry about it, because you've got no choice. Because of the parked cars. And here we are, we're back at the test centre. Middle mirror and left mirror indicate right. Slow down, keep your car dead straight, check the mirror just before you turn in case the cyclist decides to fly up or someone on one of them scooters which are really fast. And the speed has dropped down. Let's see what it's like, let's see if there's any. I don't think there is, it should be finished now. Middle mirror, left mirror, yeah, it should be done. No more test. I think they're finished. Saying that car's empty, so is the end of the test now? It might be. I'll have passed. Yeah, it might be another test. I'll have pass 3. Can't see anyone in the test centre. There could be. Okay, so what they'll ask you to do is either drive into one of these bays. You've already done your manoeuvre. Yeah, that looks like it's a test, so I'm just going to drive into this one. Stop the car, and that is the end of your test. And that's what they'll do. They'll give them a couple of minutes to check the results. And hopefully they'll say, congratulations, you passed your test. Or you don't want to hear them say, sorry, you didn't do it this time, good luck next time. Depends whether you've had a good test or not, right? So I'm going to come and that's it. I'm going to get out of here because I think this is a test here anyway. So that's it from me, and I'll see you in the next video. It's bye for now.